Attention passionate Cleveland, BROWNS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Cleveland Browns' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Cleveland Browns fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Cleveland, BROWNS. Let's get to the news. Now, folks, let's get right into it. There's a buzz around the Cleveland Browns that's been growing over the last few weeks, and it's not just about the upcoming season, but about the very foundation of how this team is shaping up. The Browns, known for their rich history and passionate fanbase, have been quietly building something special, and this year might be the year it all comes together in a big way. But before we dive into the latest developments, let's talk about a story that's been making waves. Dillon Gabriel, the rookie quarterback out of Oregon, who was selected with the 94th overall pick in the third round of the 2025 NFL Draft. Now, Gabriel might be a rookie, but he's already caught the attention of analysts and fans alike, not just for his on-field potential, but for some comments he made that stirred quite a bit of controversy. So, what exactly happened? Well, after Cleveland's second preseason game, Dillon Gabriel made a statement that many interpreted as a shot at fellow rookie quarterback Shedeur Sanders. Now Shedeur, the son of legendary coach Deion Sanders, has faced some criticism himself, with critics suggesting that his rise to the league was heavily influenced by his father's fame and coaching at Colorado. Gabriel's comment was cryptic. "You know, there's entertainers and there's competitors, and I totally understand that. But my job is to compete, and that's what I'm focused on doing." At first glance, it seemed like a subtle jab, perhaps aimed at the media's narrative around Sanders. But Gabriel quickly clarified that his words were not directed at Shedeur. Still, the damage was done, or at least that's what some believed. This is where things get interesting, especially because the NFL is a league that thrives on narratives, competition, and the battle for respect among young quarterbacks. Gabriel's comment, whether intentional or not, raised eyebrows because it touched on a broader theme: the perception of rookies battling for their place in a league that often favors veteran experience. And speaking of veterans, let's not forget the Browns' current quarterback situation. The team has announced that 40-year-old veteran Joe Flacco will start Week 1 against the Cincinnati Bengals. That's a significant decision, and it reflects the team's cautious approach with their young talent. Flacco's experience and leadership are seen as assets for Cleveland, especially as they navigate a division filled with fierce competitors like the Ravens, Steelers, and Bengals. Now, this decision to go with Flacco over a younger quarterback like Gabriel or even a potential future starter has sparked some debate among fans and analysts alike. Some see it as a smart move, getting a seasoned veteran to lead the team out of the gate, especially in a tough division. Others wonder if it's a missed opportunity to accelerate Gabriel's development and give him the experience he needs to grow into a potential franchise quarterback. But the Browns' front office seems to be taking a measured approach, emphasizing that Gabriel is a talented player with a bright future, even if he's not starting right away. And this brings us to the broader picture of what the Browns are building right now. Cleveland has a roster full of promising young players, and their draft class of 2025 is no exception. Dillon Gabriel, despite the controversy, represents a new wave of talent that could be part of the team's core for years to come. The team's coaching staff and management seem committed to developing their young quarterbacks carefully, balancing the need to compete now with the long-term vision of building a sustainable contender. It's a delicate dance, especially in a division as competitive as the AFC North, where every game counts, and every decision can shift the power dynamics. Speaking of the division, let's not forget how the AFC North has been evolving over recent seasons. The Ravens, Steelers, Bengals, and Browns have all been jockeying for position, each with their strengths and weaknesses. The Browns, historically, have been a team that's had flashes of greatness, but struggled with consistency. Yet in recent years, they've made significant strides, investing heavily in their defense, adding key pieces in the draft, and trying to find stability at the quarterback position. This year, the focus has been on how their young players, especially the quarterbacks, will step into larger roles. Gabriel's comments, the decision to start Flacco, and the overall development of the team are all pieces of that puzzle. Looking at the team's recent history, Cleveland has been hungry for a return to the postseason. Their last playoff appearance was a while back, and fans have been eager to see their team finally break through that barrier. The coaching staff, led by head coach Kevin Stefanski, has emphasized discipline, resilience, and a winning mentality. They're trying to cultivate a culture where young players like Gabriel can thrive, learn, and eventually take the reins. But that's easier said than done, especially given the high expectations in a division that's arguably one of the toughest in the league. Now, let's delve a little into the statistical side of things. While Gabriel hasn't played a single snap in the NFL regular season yet, his college career at Oregon showcased a talented quarterback capable of making throws under pressure. His arm strength, mobility, and decision-making were all evident during his college days, and many scouts saw him as a potential sleeper in this draft. The Browns saw enough promise to take him in the third round, betting on his upside. It's a calculated risk, and with NFL teams investing more and more in developing young quarterbacks, Gabriel's chance to prove himself is just around the corner. Meanwhile, Joe Flacco's role as the Week 1 starter isn't just about experience, it's about leadership and stability. Flacco has been around the league long enough to understand what it takes to succeed in the NFL. He's been to the playoffs multiple times, won a Super Bowl, and knows how to handle the pressure of leading a team. For a team like Cleveland, that kind of veteran leadership can be invaluable, especially as the young players settle into the season and learn what it takes to win at this level. But let's not forget the broader context. This isn't just about Week 1. It's about the message it sends to the rest of the league, to the fans, and to the players. The Browns are signaling that they're willing to be patient, to develop their talent carefully, but also that they're ready to compete seriously. The division is tough, no doubt about it, with each team possessing star power and playoff experience. But Cleveland's approach, blending veteran leadership with youthful energy, might just be the recipe they need to surprise everyone this season. And of course, the fans are buzzing. They're excited about the potential of Dillon Gabriel, even if he's not starting right now. They believe in the team's vision, and they're eager to see how this new chapter unfolds. The atmosphere around Cleveland is electric, with hope and skepticism intertwined. But one thing is clear. This season could be a pivotal one for the Browns, whether it's about playoff aspirations or establishing a new identity in the AFC North. Now, circling back to the comments made by Gabriel, it's a reminder of how fragile the narrative can be in the NFL. Words matter, especially for young players trying to carve out their place in a league full of scrutiny. Gabriel's desire to compete and prove himself is genuine, but the way it's perceived can influence how coaches and teammates view him. It's a learning curve, and with the NFL's media landscape being as intense as it is, every statement is analyzed and dissected. As we look ahead, the Browns' season hinges on many factors: how well their defense performs, how quickly their offense gels, and how their young quarterbacks, including Gabriel, develop under pressure. The decision to start Flacco in Week 1 might be a tactical move, but it also signals that Cleveland is playing the long game. They're building a team with a foundation that can sustain success over multiple seasons, not just a flash in the pan. So, fans, as we watch this story unfold, remember that this is just the beginning. The journey of Dillon Gabriel, the Browns' quest for consistency, and their fight for division supremacy are all intertwined. It's a fascinating time to be a Browns supporter, full of hope, challenges, and the relentless pursuit of greatness. The AFC North is shaping up to be even more competitive than ever, and the Browns are positioning themselves to make some serious noise. And now, Cleveland Browns fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Cleveland Browns. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Cleveland Browns news. Thanks for being here, for supporting your team, and for sharing this passion with fellow fans. Let's keep the conversation going and keep the Browns in the spotlight where they belong. Because at the end of the day, this team is more than just a franchise. It's a community, a family, and a symbol of hope for everyone who believes in their potential. Stay with us, Browns fans, because the best is yet to come.